Good morning, friends. Again, Ramurthy here. So today we'll try to capture some data in the form of a polygon and a point and line. Basically, any feature on the Earth surface, it can be digitized in the form of three geometries. One is the point geometry, another is line geometry, and third one is the polygon geometry. Point geometry, as you know, it has no area. It's a zero area. And line geometry, it is having lengths, and whereas in the polygon geometry, it's a closed line. Closed line is a polygon, so uh, it will have area. So whatever feature you just think of, it can be displayed in the form of one of these three geometries, isn't it? So suppose if you take a lake, it's a polygon geometry, and if it is a road, it's a line geometry. It's some borehole point or some buildings, so that can be displayed as point geometry. So it all depends between point and polygon. It depends on the area. Suppose if I take a very small scale map, like if I am displaying all the lakes, all the villages of entire country, then your village will be a point. Okay. So, but if you are doing for a smaller area, that is maybe a Srinagar area or surrounding areas, then those villages will be in the form of polygons. It all depends on the size of this one and scale of the digitation you do it. Okay. So point can be a polygon and polygon can be a point depending upon the size and scale of your project. Okay. Then, so why do we need to, suppose if I have a map, already some OpenStreetMap or Google satellite imagery, etc. But every feature can be seen on that. But why do we need to separate layers? Because GIS is a layer-based, theme-based. So polygon, your village can be a polygon and lakes can be a polygon. The village attribute information is different and lakes attribute information is different. Suppose you have a drainage network. Drainage is a line and road is also a line. So drainage has a different type of set of attribute information because it has a length of the drainage or which order, first order or second order. Let's say dry or whether say this one wet. Those type of information you will be tagging to drainage. But whereas the road, there is a national highway or state highway. So what is the width of it when it was constructed? This type of attribute information you will be giving to road. So though both the geometries are same, line geometry, but the theme is different and attribute information is different. So precisely we are trying to extract your features based on the theme. Okay, so suppose you are an agriculture scientist, so you will be maybe interested in soil, different types of soil and different type of tree clusters, those things. So the theme is different. For geoscientists like us, we look for rock types. So what is the rock type and so that type of theme is different, though both are polygon. So using open source software that is QuantumJS, how to extract features and give some attribute information to these geometries. Okay. Now I'll open QuantumJS. Yeah. So this is QGIS. You have already seen it. You are already familiar with it. Now I'll open as usual. If you have some map already, map is there. Any thematic map or any type of map, you can just open and digitize it. And for this demo purpose, I am opening my OpenStreet Maps. So my area of interest is Srinagar and surrounding areas. Okay. Now you see this particular area, you have lakes. This is a lake. This is some forest areas, and this is also a maybe some forest area, and this is another lake, and you have roads here. Okay, and some places, Lal Bazaar is there, Malla Bagh. So many locations are there. So will these locations will distinguish as points, and lakes will distinguish as polygons, and road network will distinguish as line. So it's a simple distinction. I'll show you, and same thing, same process. If you have your own maps, it's the same process. So first, what we need to have is you have to create a new layer, create a new shapefile. So you give the shapefile name. Yeah. So first, I'll give some point. So places. This is it. And geometry type is, as I said, you have basically point geometry, line geometry, and polygon geometry. Multi-point is suppose this cluster points. If you want to give it to one, they think that is a multi-point. But now we'll take a point. Sorry. The next important thing is this is a spatial reference system or coordinate reference system. Coordinate reference system is there are two types of coordinate systems. One is a three-dimensional coordinate system. Another is a two-dimensional coordinate system. Your latitude, longitude in terms of degree, minutes, seconds, that is three-dimensional coordinates because they are angular coordinates. So if you want to have a meter coordinates, that is a two-dimensional coordinates. So that that will be done with a process called projections and transformations that we'll discuss in subsequent trainings. So now the WSF 4326 is stands for Geographic Coordinate System with the datum WSC 84. So we'll take it this, and yeah, now this is a point location and places. So what will be, you will be adding the data. This is a place name, and that is a text field, and add to the field and save. So ID is automatically created when you create a shapefile. So beyond that, whatever information you want to give, so those column names or field names you have to add. So there are the different data types: text, whole number, decimal, date, etc. So since place name is a text field, so I am taking it as a text. So place name is added. This is string, and say okay. Right. So having added, this is an empty shapefile now. Nothing is there. You see, nothing is there. It's a blank shapefile. So we are defining the structure of the shapefile. The name we are given, and column names we have added place name, and coordinate reference system we have defined. So with this, the empty shapefile is ready. So now we have to capture the data with the backdrop of this one. So I'll digitize certain points. So for that, you go to the edit. This is a toggle button, edit. Now it's ready to capture the data. So once make it editable, and after that add point features. Since it's a point layer, you get the point features. Point. Okay. So I'll start with the here Malla Bagh. One. Malla Bagh. Then Saura. 2. Okay, then owl. This is ID number 3 and place name is owl. And Nishat 4. Nishat. Yeah, next we'll take one more here and somewhere here. Nurbak. Yeah, Nurbak. We can take Nurbak. Probably this may be Nurbak. 4. Nurbak. Okay, now see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points are added. And so I think this is enough for this exercise purpose. And I'm saving it. I think we can take one more here. Now Hatta. Yeah. Series blank. Yeah. This is 6. Now Hatta. Okay. So this is about now I can save it. Save it and toggle editing. So I'm closing the edit option. So this is your point features. Now you can see the attribute information. Right click and go to the open attribute table. Okay. One is Mallabag, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4 I think. Okay. So next feature is again the same process. Next feature is we'll create a line feature. Create a new shapefile. Same process. Now the road. I'm taking it as a road. Same this one. Only thing is I'll have to change instead of point. Now it is a line because we are discussing the road. I think road name. Again, that is also text field and add to the field list. And okay. So now select that particular layer which you want to disguise it and make it editable. Then you get a line add line feature. Earlier we are getting the add point feature. Now it's a since it's a line feature, line geometry, you are getting the add line feature. Now I'll disguise one. This is 1 and road name is Nurburg 2. Yeah, Dr. Ali Jen wrote. Okay. Dr. Ali Jen wrote. So similarly, you will disguise some other road from here to here. 2. This is road number 2. Just again save it. Third one is now see the OpenStreetMap. You have points and lines. Again, third one is your create layer and new shapefile. Here I am taking as lakes. Yeah, lakes. And same thing. Only thing is here geometry geometry type is polygon. And name of the lake. Add to the text field and say OK. Again, same process. Select this one and make it editable, and you get a polygon, adding polygon tool. Take this and distress. Simple. I am doing very inaccurately and randomly, but it's only for demo purpose. But when you do it with more accuracy and with a higher zoom level, because everything, yeah, this is one, and this is famous Dal Lake. And say okay. There is one more lake here. I'm adding one more lake here, and this is Noggin Lake. So as I said, it is not very accurate, but you have to be very precise when you do it. To Noggin Lake and say okay. So again, save it and quit it. Now you have all the three data types: points, line, and polygon. So you can see the attribute information for this also. Open attribute table. The lake and Noggin Lake. So what we can do is now suppose you want to calculate the area of the Dal Lake and Noggin Lake. So what you have to do is make it editable again. So again go to the attribute table. So you have to add one more field. Yeah. Organize column, field calculator, add field. This is new field. So I am adding a field called area, and it is a decimal number, and say okay. So one more field is added, and I can calculate it now, the area of the lake and Noggin Lake. So without going to the lake and with the survey instruments, etc. Okay. Now right click, calculate geometry. Area is there. So here instead of angular coordinate system, you could take a projected coordinate system, and after that area field, and this is in square kilometers or hectares. Yeah, hectares or acres, you can take this. So for the timing, I'm taking it as square kilometers. Whichever units you are comfortable, you can take that and say okay. Now see, the area is calculated in terms of meters. Okay, now I will calculate in terms of kilometers, square kilometers. So yeah, calculate geometry, same things, it's a square kilometers, and say okay. Why it is taking as area? It is taking as a square meters only. Just let me check again. Area, use this square kilometers and say okay. I don't know why it is doing, but it is in square meters. So approximately this is 22 square kilometers. So this is all about digitization and adding attribute information to various geometries, various themes, and you can label it also. I will label it. So I can labels, single labels, and the field is name of the lake, name, and say apply. Okay, and road also. Similarly, we'll do it for road also. Single label, your road name, and apply. Road name is there and place name is also there. And apply. So this is all about digitization. Thank you very much and happy learning.